Okay, so what we're learning here today is how to install OpenSUSE. I'm running this through a virtual machine. That's why I'm able to record the screen. Alright, to start off with, we're going to go installation. Now we're going to want to, change the language to whatever your preferred language is. Select your keyboard layout and select next. It will then proceed to load. Alright, so we're going to select new installation. Now you're going to select your time zone. For me it's Victoria, Melbourne. Select yours to whatever it is and select next. We're going to select GNOME Desktop rather than KDE, simply because that's what I'd prefer. You can select really whatever you'd like. Now we're going to create a new partition. So click the Create Partition Setup and select Custom Partitioning. You'll notice here that it is a 20 gig partition at the moment. That's as I am running it through a virtual machine, so I've set it to a small size because I don't really need something that big. Right mouse click and select Add Partition. You're going to select a primary partition and you're going to change this to about 3 gigs. And we're going to create a swap file out of this. So you're going to select Swap and Finish. Now repeat the same step, right mouse click and select Add Partition, Primary Partition, except this time we're just going to leave it as the size that it is. Now we're going to leave this as ext4, as this will be the hard drive that Linux uses. You'll notice now that this hard drive here is going to be split up. It's going to create a 3 gig swap file and a 17 gig hard drive file. Select Accept and click Next. Now you're going to put in your name. You can put in whatever you'd like. I'll just put in Reese. My username can stay the same. It'll normally be the first entry of here. Put in your password. And select Next. If you've put in a simple password, it'll normally let you know. See, this password is too simple. It is based on dictionary word. I just simply use password. I would like to use this password, so select Yes. Alrighty. We're going to scroll down until we find the software, and we're going to click the software. And you'll get this little box here. Adds things that you can install on top of what it is you're already installing. We're going to scroll down to Server Functions and select File Server, and then click OK. Now select Install. Just the confirmation box, click Install again, and it'll now run your installation. You could probably go away for about 10 minutes, as that's roughly what it takes. Click on the details box if you'd like to see what it is that's going on once it's finished doing what it's doing. Alright, now we're going to configure our Samba server. We're going to want to log in as root. And we are going to click Computer and open Yast. In the filter, we're going to type Samba and open the Samba server configuration. For the workgroup, the standard one is just workgroup. That's standard across all sorts of operating systems, so we're just going to leave that, and we're going to leave it as a primary domain controller. For this, we're going to have it start up during boot, so click OK. We're going to need to type in our root password again. And it'll now save it. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to open up Yast yet again. We're going to either scroll down or open network settings, and we're going to make sure that we set it as a static IP. So I've already set mine. We'll set it as 192.168.223.220. For me, that is the IP addressing scheme that my network is currently on. Its subnet mask is defaulted /24 or 255.255.255.0, and then you'll go next and click OK. Alright, now we're going to right mouse click and select Open in Terminal. We're going to type Service Network Restart. This will reset the IP addresses of the Ethernet ports. As you can see, there we go, 192.168.223.220. Alright, now close that. Now open up Yast once again. Instead, this time we're going to scroll down to the firewall. Alrighty. We're going to want to disable the firewall. And select yes. And click OK, and there we go. Now we will switch over to the Windows computer. Alright, we're now on the Windows computer. We're going to want to go Start, Run, and we're going to type the IP address that we've set in OpenSUSE. And there we have it. We have now opened our Samba. To locate to the file that we are going to create, we're going to want to go Users, but first we need to log in. What that does is it now will be able to access all the folders, so we're now able to open up briefs. Now we just need to select a file that we are going to put on there. At the moment, I'll create a new folder and call it Samba Files. Easy enough. There we go. Now, just create a new sort of file. You can create a new text document. There we go. Call it text. There we go. Now open up that file and we're going to type something. Now save it and close. Now we're going to switch back to OpenSUSE. Now we need to navigate to that folder that we just created by opening Nautilus, selecting File System and Home. Now there's our user. Open it, and as you can see, our Samba files are there. And there's our file that we just created. Now we can open it with OpenOffice.org. And there we go, it's now loading. Now what we're going to do is we're going to type some text. And we're going to save it. We're going to keep the current format. Alrighty. Now swap back over to the Windows XP computer. And we're going to open the text file. As you can see, it has been modified. Hello, this is my Samba modified document. As we modified it in OpenOffice, it's just got these little symbols here. All they are just simple spaces. That's how OpenOffice reads it. Congratulations, you have set up a Samba server.